Hi, I'm Maca, and today I'm going to show you how to recreate this wallpaper. I will leave you a link to my Etsy shop in the description box with the color palette and the resources I use in case you want to purchase them. To start, open a new canvas. I like to use the screen size. To create the background, open your brushes and select the hard brush inside airbrushing. Now select one color and draw a big circle. It doesn't have to be perfect because we will move the colors around later to create a retro style. Background. Keep doing this until you cover the whole canvas. You can use any colors you want. Doesn't have to be the same colors I'm using here. Once you've finished with your circles, tap the magic wand at the top left of the screen and select the liquify tool. We are going to use the twirl right option to mix all the colors. Now adjust the size. Make the canvas smaller by resizing them with 2 fingers so you can see the whole design. And start moving the colors. Keep adjusting the settings until you are happy with your design. I like it better when every setting is at max for this particular design. This can take time, but you will get there. Once you are happy with background colors, we will add a little bit of texture to the background. To do that, add a new layer and choose your favorite texture. I'm using a linen fabric texture brush I created because I like the way it looks, but you can use any texture you like. Now choose one of the darker red shades and cover the whole canvas. And change the layer mode to add so you can still see the background clearly. Now let's start drawing our disco ball. To do that, open your brushes and select the monoline brush in the white color. Create a new layer and draw a big circle in the middle. To create a perfect circle, hold the pencil on the screen and touch the screen with the other hand. Center it by tapping the arrow on top and moving the circle until you see these orange lines. That will mean your circle is at the center. Now fill it in by dragging the white circle at the top right of the screen. To create the disco ball effect, create a new layer on top, and I'm going to use my tile texture brush. You can purchase it from my Etsy shop with my disco ball bundle or create it yourself. I have some tutorials on how to create texture brushes up on my channel. Before drawing with this brush, lower the opacity on your background color so the disco ball looks more bright. You can do it by tapping on the end and sliding the opacity down to 50%. Now, with the pink color selected, draw over the white circle with the tile brush. We are going to transform it to make it look like a ball. So draw a bit over the circle. Now tap the arrow and change the mode to warp. Move the corners to create a circle shape until you are happy with it. It doesn't have to be exactly a circle because we are going to mask it now. We only want the pink tiles to be over the circle. So open layers and, with the pink tiles layer selected, tap the miniature and select clipping mask. Perfect! Merge the 2 top layers by pinching them together. The pink is a little bit pale, so to change that, duplicate the layer and change the mode on the top one to color burn. Merge the 2 together again. Now I'm happier with the color. You can do this as many times you want until you're happy. Now we are going to create some highlights. Create a new layer on top and activate clipping mask. Change the layer mode to add so the highlights look brighter. We are going to use a default brush to do this, so open your brushes. Go to calligraphy and select the script brush. Adjust the brush size to 10% and, selecting a white color, draw 2 big drops like these. If your lines are a bit shaky, you can open your brush settings and increase the streamline stabilization to 70 or 80%. When you are happy with your drops, tap on the magic wand and select Gaussian blur to blur the highlights. Turn it up to 15% and then open the layer and tapping on the end, lower the opacity to around 20%. Now we have some subtle highlights. We are going to add some stars. To do that, create a new layer and you can draw every star individually or use a star brush. This one I created it myself. and it's included on the disco ball brush bundle. Change the layer mode to add and start adding your stars. This is a pressure brush. If you tap the screen softer, the star will be smaller, and if you apply more pressure, it will be bigger. Now let's start with our text. Select the bright pink color and tapping on the wrench, select Add Text. We are going to add text at the top and at the bottom. So write half your quote now. Select the whole text and open the text settings. I'm going to use one of the retro fonts I have imported to my app. I'll let a link in the description box to some font space fonts that you can also use with this design. Adjust the size of your text and center it. We are going to create an outline for the text. This is one way to do it, so let's start with it. Open layers and rasterize the text. Then duplicate the layer and change the bottom one to white. By tapping Alpha Lock, fill layer with the white color selected and Alpha Lock again. Now activate Gaussian Blur and turn it up to 5%. Tap on the select tool and making sure it's on automatic, tap anywhere outside the text. To make the outline a bit smaller, slide to the right on the screen until the percentage is between 15 and 20%. Tap Invert, open layers, create a new one and tap on Fill Layer. Now you have created a white outline to your text. Delete the layer with the Gaussian blur, as we don't need it anymore, and repeat the same process with the other half of your quote. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Now that we have our text, pinch every text together with each outline to be able to curve the text. To be a bit more precise with our curving, we are going to activate the drawing guide to see how much we warp our text on every side. You have to be patient with this process, as it takes time to give it the exact shape you want, but remember, with practice it will become easier. And also, you can go back to the previous step by tapping the screen with 2 fingers as many times as you want. Once you have the top text ready, do the same with the one at the bottom. We have almost finished. When you are happy with your text, turn up the drawing guide again and our design is ready. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to check the description box for all the resources we have used.